McDonald's hamburgers. That's what it is. That's what it tastes like.
What tastes
That's
like
what it.
McDonald's hamburgers?
This new era of anime, bro.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That we are in a new era of fast food anime.
Well, not a new era of fast food anime.
Or is it just
This new era feels like fast food anime. Because what's the old era of fast food anime? I don't think there was one.
harem and come.
That's a genre versus just
'cause
anime in general coming
No,
out.
I feel like that's disrespectful because there are other genres that should be under that too. To be honest,
What do you mean?
like just saying harem is the only genre that.
Yeah, there were other for sure, but we're talking about like the age, right?
Yeah.
So if we say essentially you're boiling it down to, or we're boiling it down to, anime is more basic in general compared to back then. That's why it's saying fast food. While there is a lot more anime coming out due to the popularity, which is good, it doesn't mean that every anime that comes out sucks, because you have some good ones. We have named some good ones before, and for those that probably haven't watched our other videos, go ahead and check them out. We have things like Don the Don that came out that's more original than, you know, what you would see. And we just, you said Orb, that Orb is pretty new, Orb is good. There are new shows that work, but because of the surplus of shows coming out, a lot of the isekais, you get like 20 of them that come out every season, and the harems and some of the other ones that might not be written as well kind of overshadows, because you'll have a lot of people, it's like you can look at last year and be like, well, what really big came out last year? What, Dandadan?
Dandadan came out last year.
Talking about new.
Anything? I feel like last year nothing like notable new that was new came out. Like I think it was just like a lot of continuations of.
But you know what's crazy? There was a lot of new anime that still came out last year. So that kind of proves a little bit of the point, right? When you could say that each season, there's 4 seasons in a year, you're gonna get a handful of brand new anime. You're gonna also have continuations of stuff, but you're gonna get a handful of brand new anime. And
I feel like it's almost like whenever rap was like taking off, there was like just a bunch of like mumble rap anyway. Like a bunch of artists were coming out and they still got popular in their own respect, I guess.
okay,
But people were calling it like rap fell off, and like this new era of rappers are like
yeah,
making rap as a whole look bad or whatever it is.
because
I
of the
think-
surplus that came out, that all sounded
Different, let's say. Well,
Okay.
arguably there was some that sounded bad.
yeah, there was some that was really bad.
I think it's kind of like that for anime now, where because it's a worldwide sensation and everybody's stories are getting animated from good and bad animation companies. Well, even I say good and bad, from higher quality and lower quality animation companies. And everybody's shit's getting animated, and so the surplus is, in my opinion, making they are ruining the overall name of anime.
So for me,
Making it fast food, in my opinion.
I feel like it's a good and a bad thing that I think a lot more anime coming out means that you get a lot more potential. Doesn't mean that it's happening, but potential for new stories, new adventures, new characters. I mean, anime is a beautiful thing. There's a lot of shows out there that a lot of us still watch till this day that, like, you know, up until probably recently, a lot of people didn't even know that other anime that wasn't maybe Naruto, Dragon Ball even existed. And there's millions of shows and stories and stuff that are out, and there's going to be a lot more that come out. So I don't mind, even though I just said that, yeah, it's kind of making it fast foody. I think another reason is I don't want to say, there's kind of like a scarce reality that's kind of going on. Like there's a lot of shows aren't as real as they were back then. To kind of use that as another example, a lot of shows back then weren't really scared to tackle topics and to show things being political or dark or something like that. Whereas now, a lot of shows, and I used Isekai for example. You can look at our Isekai video to kind of see us talk deeper into it, are kind of just going with whatever worked and then just pushing that out for a quick buck, versus more shows kind of being developed and taking a lot of time to give you an original story. So that's another thing that I feel like contributes to like surplus in shows
It
that
almost feels like these stories are being
Yeah.
made with AI.
damn near, right? Like people are just like, oh, well, hey, you want some money, Ezra? Yeah, okay, well, let's
And
throw
best believe
some,
they're feeding all these animes
throw
into
something
AI.
up there.
So whenever they start actually using AI to create these stories, I mean, y'all created anime stories and released them like it wasn't AI making it. Like we get it, y'all are all deadbeats and shut-ins, and you all want to get put into another world, and you're a grown-ass man writing these stories.
Right. Just interesting, but I think that kind of contributes to me saying, or the claim of it being a fast food era. Back then, yeah, there was still a lot of anime out. Rather people believe it or not. I think that there just wasn't as many ways to
there's
get
more
to it.
variety, but there was definitely not as much in volume before. But because it wasn't as popular, or let's say
You know what? Maybe we might be wrong about that. I think that anime was still coming out at a pretty decent volume back then, but it's not as accessible as it was now. Like now, people have Crunchyroll, Funimation, backhand sites. You can watch them on Netflix. You can watch them anywhere. Even Disney Plus has the stuff. Whereas back then, people had Toonami, and it's damn near it. You know what I'm saying?
there
Like
was Toonami, there was 4Kids.
4Kids had something.
There
Like,
was another channel that Lena used to watch anime on as well.
so I don't think it was as accessible.
Disney XD.
Disney XD used to have Naruto Shippuden on it, which is kind of cool. I don't think it was I think so. Pretty much. My bad. My words are what do you call them? Accessibility also is kind of making it feel a little bit more because everybody has a way to watch everything that came out versus back then where it's like if these popular networks didn't adopt the shows, then you just didn't know it existed until like I don't think I watched certain shows like Dead Man Wonderland until years after they were already out because it just wasn't on TV. Like
I could have swore it popped up on Adult Swim, but
it might have, but it wasn't there.
It wasn't
back
there for that long though.
It wasn't there in the grand I think that it started going on Adult Swim probably when we were getting older at that time. And at that time, again, there was always other ways to watch it. But I'm talking about like prime times, like when I was a kid and I went to go sit my behind down and get ready for Saturday night anime, like Naruto was coming on, One Piece, Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that stuff used to come on low-key in the morning on like morning
Saturday
cartoons
mornings on like
and Pokemon.
Kids WB.
Yeah, WB. And then you had like maybe some other shows, maybe the Gray Band, Zatch Bell, Bobobo. Like you had a couple of shows, but you didn't really get into some of the other ones until later on. And I think that accessibility kind of was the reason for that. So I think that animes always kind of came out like in seasons and bunches, but because it wasn't as popular, the networks just picked whatever was the most popular, which was the Shonen Jump shows.
And then of course, most people I think when they discover anime, especially as you get later on, they're not limited by just watching cable TV. They're on computers or their phones, and they're finding Crunchyroll or whatever anime website, third-party anime site, and where they're not necessarily limited by who has the lease on airing this anime. You can just watch whatever.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that is another puzzle piece to take into consideration when it comes to what anime people are consuming and what they're talking about and what's being recommended.
However, I don't think that is an excuse. Yes, accessibility was harder back then, but the shows that you were seeing were still good stories. I'm not saying every show that was on TV back then was great, but I'm saying like the shows that were airing back then.
What was even going on in Bobo?
It's more like a
It was like a gag story?
Yeah, it's more like a gag story. It's not really that serious. But it's kind of like, it felt like back then the show, and maybe it's because it was new to a lot of people, but to be honest, I don't think that's a good argument because especially after COVID, a lot of people really started watching anime, so technically it was still new to them. And at that time, it's like everything that we had watched, not everything was great, but there was way more good than there was bad. There was a couple of shows I watched back then, I was like, yo, this is kind of butt. But there was also like, again, the stuff that was on Toonami, and then, you know,
like
there was
Oran Host Club.
Yeah, I actually watched that.
I watched that like 6 times just because DirecTV didn't have anything else to watch.
It's not for us to begin with, but you know, whatever.
And then I was like, all right, they put Claymore on there. I was like, oh,
Now Claymore,
Anime could look like this.
that's
What the
a little
heck?
bit more dark. R.I.P. Teresa. That was the best character in the goddamn show. But regardless of that, you know what I mean? I think just now it's more accessible, so now people are going to see everything that comes out. And it's kind of getting exposed, like the industry now, that a lot of people don't have original ideas anymore. Because it's very few. Like, if we have 4 seasons, and let's say I give a rough number and say that we have, out of all the anime that's coming out, maybe 25 of them are brand new stories nobody's heard before. It could be more, could be maybe less. But if you get maybe 1 out of 25 that actually means something, like past Dawn to Dawn, what was the last show that probably came out that was kind of original or, you know, decent or something like that? That wasn't a continuation on something. Like,
Man,
people got to stretch Attack on Titan out 3 extra years for the last part just to have something to watch. Yeah, you had a couple of a couple of outliers, like Spy Family came out, which was pretty cool to see, but like
nothing notable. No.
nothing crazy, right?
I feel like what's carrying is the stuff is like continuations of anime.
Continuations, but that kind of sucks though, because there's nothing original anymore.
And either people aren't watching these new animes, or they're just watching the older animes that people are recommending.
More of the anime fans that are new, I think that's what it is. I've caught myself watching. I've got him watching Monster literally right now. Whenever he's done with that, I'm probably gonna hard force him to watch like Paranoia Agent or some more emo stuff. Good stories. Had him watch, what was the other one? Experiments Lane. Man,
That's a go-to.
just good stories, bro. But you're never gonna get that again because stuff's too sensitive. Man, the Goblin Slayer first episode just kind of
Goblin Slayer was
that shows you how
good.
sensitive a lot of people are. Goblin Slayer first of all was buns, but I think that the author kind of made the first episode look like that for shock value to get a lot of people to consume.
He was trying to replicate whatever Demon Slayer did, or the Goblin Slayer came out before Demon Slayer.
I don't remember.
I feel like it was after.
But the shock value was because they didn't have the money for the animation. The animation didn't look anywhere as good as Demon Slayer's did. They didn't even have the music that sounded. I mean, the music in Goblin Slayer's not even really
Like,
that good.
if that was something that they were gonna replicate throughout the rest of the show, like, I don't have to see like little girls crying and peeing themselves because a goblin's about to kill her or anything. But
What's she even doing in there? If she's gonna be that damn scared.
like, I had the expectation that it was gonna be a pretty dark anime, and then there were gonna be other more tragic scenes. Just with the same extremity. Extremity? Is that even a word? Extreme?
Right.
Extreme theme. But it didn't. I watched at least 7 more episodes, and then eventually I had another friend who watched the entirety of he read the manga, so I was like, let me go watch one of those YouTube videos explaining the entire manga. It took like a few hours. And yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Just kill goblins because goblins is bad. I watched the first season just to see if it got any better after the first episode. You know what I mean? Because I get it. Like, first episode was supposed to be shock value to get people to, oh my god, this is good or bad or good or whatever. Like, it's to spook all of the newer anime fans because again, you go
It's
watch
like you take
Berserk
that first
and all
bite of a sandwich when you're really hungry,
Yeah,
but then by the time you get, or at least for me, by the time I get to like the end, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have ate that.
right. And I didn't fuck the whole sandwich up. But see, I think it was more of like a jab towards the new fans, like because some of the OGs, like we're watching like Parasite, yeah, but Berserk and like Perfect Blue, we done seen way worse. You know what I'm saying? So that's whatever. Not saying that it's okay, but I'm just saying, like, you know, we've seen that before. So I'm actually trying to see if it's actually a damn decent story, and it's just not. Like, it's boring.
Yeah, he like they didn't really do anything with the shock value, like, because it's supposed to set the expectations, and the expectations were not met.
I think it ended up farming them because you had some of the freaks that were damn near interested in it because of the first season or because of the first episode. But a lot of OG anime fans were kind of watching it like, okay, so you came out a little bit heavy hitting. Okay, so what's going to happen the rest of the show?
It's kind of like
Then you
with,
watch it, nothing happens.
Rising of a Shield Hero.
Shit.
Like it started out as a revenge story, but then after you got his revenge,
Yeah.
it's like
Bro got
now we get to see all the kinks of the author now.
bro got cooked. You know, he was on some probably not as bad as Redo Healer, but I mean, damn near. Like that
Yeah.
first episode was messed up. So you're like, okay, cool. Now we have a back, so we have something, and we want to see the character get his revenge, and it's supposed to be satisfying, and now everybody's touching each other.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He got his revenge, and now he's raising his love interest, who's a furry, and
10
keeps on adopting other girls / young looking girls, or they might be half animal hybrid, they might be spirit, but they're
freaking
always little girls for some reason.
Girl / pelican, like bro, what are we doing?
Oh my god! So it's getting old because they do this in so many other stories. They just change the animal or some shit. The character might be a little bit shorter, his head might be a little bit thinner, you might have brown hair instead of black hair,
Right, but
or a different name, but the formula stays the same, and that's why we believe that we're kind of in the era of fast food. To be honest.
It's very far in between before you even see a show that's even good anymore. And again, I'm not talking about the continuations. Like, no, One Piece doesn't count. It came out in the 90s. Like it's just still going on.
Yeah.
But no, you guys can't claim that. Like,
And even then, they're at least trying different stuff within the anime.
yeah, we're talking about the brand new titles that come out, and we're looking at it like,
I will say this: Netflix does come out. I feel like Netflix has been the platform that's been coming out with all the good seinen anime.
oh yeah, Crunchyroll has sent in it, but it's a
Yeah,
lot of
they
stuff
do.
that's kind of been out for a long
Like
time.
if something's coming out on Netflix that's new for anime wise, it's usually going to be something that's somewhat different enough.
Yeah, minus 7 Deadly Sins. But yeah,
Wasn't that out before it was on Netflix?
I thought it was damn near not a Netflix exclusive. Like they made it, but I'm saying like I think that they bought the rights out for streaming. What do you call it? So that
Yeah.
you had to watch it on Netflix if you wanted to watch it, or backhanded sites.
Yeah,
but
no. That's essentially
for
what
us
Netflix-
honorable people, Netflix.
That's what Netflix has been doing with a majority of the
They
anime.
did it with Devilman Crybaby. I don't think that was on Crunchyroll or Funimation. That was Netflix only.
Really?
Devilman Crybaby.
Okay, Netflix. Okay.
Netflix, yeah, they bought the rights out to that and said, yo, go ahead and watch this. And what they did is the same stuff that we had talked about in our other video, hype scenes, or what are you calling it? Showed a couple of stuff that's going to make people uncomfortable, and come watch our show.
Yeah, that, by the way, if alert, this is an alert, this is a warning. Anybody that takes our anime recommendations,
Okay.
Devilman Crybaby, good anime, good show.
Okay. For the Warriors, you've probably already seen Devilman Crybaby. If you haven't and you're actually like have a pair, go watch it. It's going to make you feel some type of way. You're going to look back like, bro, what the hell? But that's going to show you a little bit more of the duality of it's a lot more realism in the sense of it's not your goody two shoes feel good story like a lot of shows.
Yeah, for anybody that thinks anime is
definitely
just
different.
for kids, that will prove you. That anime will prove you wrong.
Prove you wrong. Again, Berserk will. Perfect. I'm telling you, bro. You need to see Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is gonna have him bent out of shape. But yes, that's going to be a couple of shows for the new anime watchers that are kind of still tiptoeing into anime. Don't go watch Devilman Crybaby because you might not watch.
Yeah,
anime.
unless you like gore and philosophy and
Then that should be up your angle
yeah.
for sure.
But besides that, let us know in the comments if you disagreed or agreed wholly with our take. Definitely don't forget to hit that
But you should.
subscribe button,
Just get toxic. You should agree.
right? Because everything we say is fact.
Right.
Like,
Unless you're a new anime watcher, then you don't really know any better. So that's fine. But along your anime journey, watching some of the older stuff and some of the new stuff, just keep this topic in the back of your head. Like, okay, I watched that one video from those guys, so let's see if some of this old stuff is any good. And then they go watch, Shiki or something. They're like, oh, God,
man.
the hell's wrong with these guys?